Washington.
This is Martin for here once again.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Jamardi for here once again, and we are here to talk about something I have been waiting for so long to be able to discuss. Once again, it's that time of year, ladies and gentlemen, to rev up our engines and start a new season of RuPaul's Drag Race. Now, just last year I really started to get, I brought the RuPaul to my channel and I reviewed every episode throughout the season, and we're going to do the exact same thing this year. But first, we're going to quickly discuss these queens that just recently came out on that New Now Next commercial and then the Meet the Queens video therefore after. So, this is going to be a very interesting season. There's a lot of eclectic styles going on. There's a lot of there's really nobody that seems weak as a competitor. There are some people that I may not like personally so far, but I don't think there are necessarily any weak contestants this go round. So we're going to have fun and get to see what these bitches are about to be offering. So we're about to go down this list, okay? First, we have Acid Betty. Now, I've seen, all the prediction videos. I've seen all of the, rumors, speculation, all that stuff. And Acid Betty has been like one of those who's been like 90%. And I've seen like the pictures that they showed of this bitch here. This bitch here looks like she paints for the damn galaxy and the stars and shit. Like, her style, I think the word is abstract. Like, it's a lot of color, a lot of, unique shapes and things. It's just like very interesting. I hope, and I really doubt that she's gonna be, an early exit, but I hope she stays long enough till we can get to see like all these different runway looks, because I know she is going to pull some shit that we've never seen. And I watched her Meet the Queens video. She seemed really cool. She gives me that Tempest vibe, but I'm hoping that she doesn't, last as long as Tempest did. But because Tempest was another one of the older queens who I really wish we could have got to see, more of her runway looks, but it's all good. But so far, I'm loving Acid Betty. She's one of my favorites so far. Next, we have Bob the Drag Queen. Bob the Drag Queen is a damn fool. I love Bob the Drag Queen. Just the fact that her name is Bob the Drag Queen makes her more interesting. And then she said Bob stands for big old bottom. Girl, I can't. I can't. Was Bob the Drag Queen the one that said she wanted to lip sync to an audiobook? I can't remember which one of them said they wanted to lip sync to a damn audiobook. But she was really, really fun. And what a lot of people have said, and I can't really state it yet because I haven't seen enough, but some people said that, Bob has the personality, Bob has, the comedy, but see, Bob may not have as much of a polished wardrobe as the other ladies. I'm like, well, we'll see. Because if you remember, Bianca wore the same dress 12 times and won the whole season. So it all depends on the challenges. And that's another thing. Like, you can be good at whatever you think you're good at, but if you can't utilize it in these challenges, it's not going to work and you're going to get eliminated. So hopefully they have better challenges this year. Because if y'all recall, last year was just a whole bunch of acting group challenges, and it really was starting to wear me out. Like, that's what kind of was the deficit of season 7. Like, the challenges were shitty. Had good contestants, but I just felt like they couldn't really show much because the challenges weren't, I don't know. But I'm looking forward to Bob the Drag Queen. Bob the Drag Queen is also a quick fan favorite, so she's more than likely, like I said, depending on the challenges, gonna be, one of the top 3 queens of the season. Excuse me. Next we have Miss Chi Cat DeBay. I like her wig. I think she's gonna be funny. I think she is gonna be kind of funny, but they didn't show her much in the little commercial that they did. I don't know. She's gonna be the one I'm looking out for just because I watched her Meet the Queens video. She's from Shreveport, Louisiana, so she's real country. And she was kind of cool. But I think one of the things about what she said that makes me want to see more of her is she wanted to be friends with Kennedy Davenport, the dancing diva, and she would slay the Broadway and singing challenges. So I'm like, oh, I want to see this. I want to see what she's serving. And if she says she kind of relates to Kennedy, I'm about to say, are you a dancer too? Because I think I saw some pictures of her online with her leg in the air and like she was doing a high kick or something. So if she's another energetic dancer like Kennedy, I'm all here for it. Because you know, when I first looked at Kennedy, I had no idea. Her Meet the Queens video was not a very good representation of who she was as a drag queen. Because I've seen Kennedy perform twice. That bitch can kick. That bitch can flip. That bitch can fall into the splits. Something serious. So if you're anything like her and you can sing and dance, then you know what? Well, I might just have to look out for you. Chi DeVane is like she's the one that people are kind of giving the most shit to just because she doesn't stand out much. And her initial Meet the Queens look is kind of like, But the thing about it is you never know. You never know. That's what makes these things so exciting. Now we have Miss Cynthia Lee Fontaine. Now this actually looks like fish. Like I would mistaken her for a legit girl. So, and she seems like she's the type of girl who's gonna be like, you know, everybody's friend. She seems really friendly and bubbly, and she's the token Puerto Rican queen. There's actually two this season, if I'm not mistaken. Well, we'll get to the other bitch later on, but Cynthia, she seems cool. She seems really funny and nice, and I think she's gonna be, you know, the lighthearted person of the season. So I'm looking forward to see what she is as far as a drag queen. Now her Meet the Queen, she seems very, you know, standard, pretty, not much as far as, you know, outlandish or style or anything like that. But we'll see. We'll have to see how she works in these challenges that they give out. Next, we have Derrick Barry. Now, I just watched, there's a Facebook page. If y'all haven't checked it out, there's a Facebook page called Drag Race Family, I believe. And they posted the audition that Derrick Barry did at, was it So You Think You Can Dance or So You Have Talent or something, one of those, you know, those shows. And she went up there and did her Britney impersonation she had a fan, she had like a partner dancer, and the bitch was really up there looking like Britney Spears. I'm just like, oh my God. Oh, what is this patch of hair that is just sticking out to the side of my head? This shit is gonna wear me out. Yeah, it's time to get these things redone, baby. It's time to get my babies redone. But anyway, I was watching Derrick Barry, and I'm like, this is gonna be interesting. This is legit. She looks definitely just like Britney. So, but the thing is, you know they're not going to let you pull that thing very long because they're going to be like, okay, we know you can do Britney. What else can you do? If you're going to be America's Next Drag Superstar, you can't just be an impersonator of the next bitch, you know? So I'm waiting to see, like, okay, what other kind of drag does Derrick Barry have other than her Britney Spears? So, but she seems cool. I know people are going to compare her to Willem already. Anybody who comes with a strong jaw and blonde hair is going to look like Willem, is going to say they're going to be like Willem. Everybody said that Katya was supposed to be like Willem, but once the show started, nothing like Willem. So yeah, so I'm interested to see what Miss Derrick Barry is going to be serving us. Lord, if she makes it to Snatch Game and she decides to be Britney Spears, they're going to tear her a new one. But you know what? Chad Michaels did, you know, Cher for Snatch Game, so is that safe? Is it expected? Would it be better to take the risk of being somebody else? I don't know. But I feel like her being Britney Spears in the Snatch Game would be so expected. I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited to see. Next we have Miss Dax exclamation point. Now, that's a very interesting drag name. Never heard anything quite like it. I think she said her name before Dax was like something about a clitoris or chlamydia or something. I'm like, girl, there's a reason why that didn't stick. I'm glad you stuck with the one that you stuck with. But this is actually Violet's drag mom. So I'm like, oh, okay. And she's actually 30 years old and she really doesn't look it. She looks great. And she's like the nerd she likes to do like a lot of cosplay, which I can, definitely respect because I love cosplay. Just I feel like it's, that's the kind of creative drag that I would be into. If it's just me, is when she was talking, she kind of sounds a little like Max. The way that she articulated, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Max. But I'm like, oh, okay. So far I like her. Her style seems very interesting. I want to see, all these various different outlandish, just like superhero nerd-ish influence looks. So I'm interested to see how she's gonna pull that off. But so far I like her. Now for this next bitch. I have been so excited. I knew she was gonna be on the show. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. And that is Miss Kim Chi, honey. I saw Kim Chi through Trixie's Instagram, and they're best friends. And a little fun fact is that if you remember in season 7, when Trixie wore her Glamazonian Airways out runway look with the little Jetson type hat, that belonged to Kim Chi. Kim Chi gave her that. And I've been seeing her, like, her eyes, like the way that this bitch's drag is so versatile. She pulls off so many different looks. It is ridiculous. I'm like, Kim Chi, if I ever get to meet you, girl, I'm just gonna be like, I want you to show me how you do that shit. That shit, her looks look totally amazing, even in this Meet the Queens video. And apparently she's supposed to be this alleged big girl. She really doesn't look that big at all. Like, I mean, now that I saw her like out of drag, I'm like, I mean, I guess, but even still, like, I don't know if I would classify her as big girl, but I'm so excited for Kim Chi. Lord, please don't let her leave early. I want to see everything that this bitch said, that she was in the club with the damn live bird cage on her head with a live bird in the bitch. I was like, you know what? I'm so excited. Kim Chi is one of the main people I'm the most excited to see out of all the girls, but we're going to see. Next, we have Miss Leila McQueen. Now, Miss Leila, apparently, upon first glance, gives you instant adore. Because I think it's the makeup along with the hair. She looks just very like that punk rock-ish type thing that Adore gives. But something, again, I could be wrong, but something tells me she may not last. I don't know why. I think it just maybe her personality didn't shine through, at least to me, in the Queens when I watched them all at once. She wasn't one that I really remembered very well. So like I said, at the same time, you never know. But upon first glance, I'm kind of like, I don't know about you, girl, but I'm gonna be watching out for you. Everybody that I don't like or necessarily didn't stand out to me, I'm gonna be keeping an eye on them because you never know what they could pull out. Next, we have Miss Naomi Smalls. Now, Naomi is probably one that stuck out to me the most in the commercial. I don't know why, but she's in the very beginning of, after Rupaul, says her little bit, when one of the queens, says her line about her wig being dry, she's like, let me check. Sorry, but I don't know why that makes me laugh so much, but I just made me love her. I'm just like, I feel like that would be me. I feel like that would be me. So Naomi's cute. She has, legs for days. She says she's kind of like her name is a mix of Naomi Campbell, and Biggie Smalls. So she's kind of like a high fashion hood rat. I'm like, oh, okay, that should be interesting to see. But yeah, so far she's one of my faves. Next we have Miss Naysha Lopez. Now I think she is another Puerto Rican queen. She's from Chicago, but I believe that she's still that descent. But Naysha had one of the longest Meet the Queen video. I'm just like, I never cared for pageant queens. Not, some of them I can get with because they have good personalities, but she's just not at this point rubbing me the right way. And I saw her video, like on that same Facebook page I was telling y'all about. I saw her video up there too, and I was just not blown away. I wasn't really But you never know. Like I keep saying it over and over again. You just really, really never know. So I guess I'll be looking out for you, girl. But right now, just your personality was a little off-putting. Just. Ugh. Next, we have Miss Robbie Turner. Miss Robbie Turner, I don't know if they're blood related or not, but she's a very close associate with Jinx. So I guess they're going to be somewhat similar. And from the looks of it, she's a comedy queen, an old style comedy queen. She has like the 50s hair. I believe people have said that she gives like that old school housewife type vibe. And she seems really cool. She seems really funny. So I think she'll excel in like a lot of the comedy challenges. But she's been a high rumor. She's another fan favorite that people are looking forward to seeing. So I'm glad that I don't know a lot. I'm not familiar with a lot of the drag queens across the country, so that if they get on the show, that I kind of know who they are already. I kind of like to be introduced to new people and kind of get to know who they are on my own just from the show. So it kind of makes it interesting because you don't know, okay, I don't know who's going to go in first. I don't know who's going to be good at what. So it kind of makes it exciting, at least for me. And lastly, we have Miss Thorgy Thor. Thorgy probably had, along with Bob, one of the best Meet the Queen video. It was engaging. She was funny. She showed, a little bit of her style. She was like, look, I don't even have to, pay all this money. Like, this wig came from the dollar store, and I just pinned it up together like this, and there I go. And I'm like, that's, we like to see a frugal queen or somebody who can really take nothing and make it out of something. So I think I like that. So those are all 12 queens. Now, if I had to attempt to put out a prediction of who I think will do well, or if I had to give a top 3 prediction right now, I would guess that the top 3 would be Bob the Drag Queen, Kim Chi, and a toss-up between Thorgy Thor and Acid Betty. Those are my predictions as of right now. Like we'll see as the season goes. Because one thing about when you get a new Rupaul cast and you try to get to know all the girls, there's really 2 people that you wonder about. Because even after all these girls and they give their whole spiel, one of them, we're not even going to get to see the whole season because they're going to go home first. There's always that one girl that we're not going to get to see. And then the second person is, out of all these people, one of these people is going to replace Violet and take her crown from her as the new America's Next Drag Superstar. So who's it going to be? That's the exciting part. But yeah, those are my top 3 predictions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm interested to see. Let's talk. And I'm glad that we only have to wait like a month for the season to start. Because y'all remember last year, we got the queens in like mid-December, and the season didn't start till March of the next year. So I was like obsessing over these girls for months. But now, I only got to wait one. And I'm ready for this shit to start. I'm so excited. And also, if you guys are going to be going to DragCon, I'll be there. I'm excited to meet the queens. Hopefully, I'll get to go to the Battle of the Seasons tour also. The ticket prices were a little bit high. But that's neither here nor there. I will see you guys at DragCon and when the season starts. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the videos. All right. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe.
Washington.